with diamonds glaring. Keep a nigga staring when you're wearing down a Karen. But skip shit to keep a nigga looking at you. In the bunk says you can show off your tattoo. Even if you're a Max 2 player, she ain't get...
Yes, sir, buddy. Big weekend, baby. You see I got my hurricane on. You see I got my Ibis on. Big weekend, baby. With all of the Christmas ornaments on here. Christmas just ain't Christmas without the one you. New Year's just ain't New Year's without the one you. Christmas just ain't Christmas without the one. No. Yo, welcome to another edition of the Uncle Luke Show podcast, baby. We got this thing on and popping. Everybody loving the podcast. I want to thank you all. Thank you all. Thanks to everybody who has tuned in, everybody who has shared, everybody who has liked, shared, and subscribed. We got stupid amount of subscriber numbers right now on YouTube. Everybody is just going over there, Uncle Luke TV, and they subscribing. The numbers just went off the roof because I asked y'all, and y'all went there. Y'all loving the content. And when you go over there, you go see other content that you've never seen before. And we're going to consistently add more stuff. Just imagine when I add the video of Pitbull falling in a water cooler on stage. Can you imagine me adding that footage there when he was with me, when we first started off together? All kind of stuff like that. Trick Daddy on the road when he first started off with me. Big Pun, doing a song with Big Pun, doing a song with Biggie Small, interviewing Tupac, all that and some. Yo, that's what we do. That's what we do. We've been doing this. Look, man, without further ado, I just want to welcome you all. It's a big weekend. It's a big weekend. I know y'all on my Twitter. Hey, shouts out to everybody, Real One on the Twitter page. Shouts out to everybody over there on Facebook. I see y'all down there on Facebook. Shouts out to everybody on my YouTube page. And then we're also on Instagram. We found a way to figure it out. And we're on Instagram. That is a beautiful thing. Yo, Uncle Luke, Real One, all over the place. And unfortunately, we're not on TikTok Live because they don't operate with the system in which we operate with. But if you ever want to see me go over there and talk, I'll be over there on TikTok. That's Uncle Luke 305. But look, let me just get into it because I ain't got too much time today because I'm going to the Jake Paul fight. Hey, one time for Netflix, I like to thank y'all. Netflix laying it out for your boy. They wanted me all that to weigh in. I wasn't going to no weigh in. Okay, I'm Uncle Luke. I'm not the guy who's going to go to the weigh-in and watch men stand up there in underwear and stand on a scale. That's just not my cup of tea. I'm the guy who's going to go to Tootsie's over there, hang out with Pop, and I'm going to look at the girls on with the underwear on the stage. That's me. It's not my thing. Hey, I'm going to the fight tonight. Netflix has laid it out for me. It's a beautiful thing. I want to give a shout out to Netflix. You know, hey, look, y'all, we're going to be doing a lot of business in 26. We're going to be doing a lot of business in 26. I love it. Netflix, hey, hopefully that be my new home. Hey, Paramount, don't let me stop before I have a war that I don't want to deal with. Starting off 26 year that I don't want to deal with. But let me just say this, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, before I even start up, you know, again, I've been talking about this. What's been weighing on me is whether I should run for office or not. I'm going to give y'all that answer in the first week of January. I'm going to go on my friend Glenna Milberg's show and I'm going to go on her show, and I'm going to make an announcement whether I'm going to run or not, whether it's Congress or governor for the state of Florida. I think it's important, you know, that I don't keep people waiting because a lot of people from the district, 20, they have been calling me up. They've been consistently talking to me, Luke, we want you to run for office. You could do so many great things for the country as well as CD20. You know, we want you to run for governor. You can change so many things and get our state back. We don't like the guys that's running and all that. You know, hey, look, I'm contemplating all that, you know, but again, you know, you got to have your affairs in order when you run for office, and you got to be prepared to do the work. I don't get involved in anything unless I'm prepared to do the work. Can I do the work? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. With your help, with the people voting for me and the people supporting the campaign, oh, hell yeah, I could do the work. I could win it plus do the work. And I can get some things done, you know what I'm saying, across the aisle and on the same side of the aisle, because that's what I'm all about. I'm all about bringing back the bacon for the people. You know what I'm saying? If I run for Congress, it's about beautifying my CD20. I'm sorry. It's all about CD20. You know, hey, look here. It's about getting things done in the district that needs to be done. If it's the state, it's about getting the things in the state that needs to be getting done. People need money in their pockets. It's just that simple. You can do it on a local level and you can do it on a federal level. People need money in their pockets. People need to have a better way of life. People need their health care. People need their mental health. People need to just be feeling comfortable. And there's no reason why we are living here in the United States of America that everybody shouldn't be comfortable. So I'm going to just table that. I'm going to make an announcement probably next week on my Twitter, the actual day that I'm going to make a decision. So y'all stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's get into it. You see me, I got all my hurricane shit on. I'm ready. I'm ready for the game, baby. I am ready for the game. I am ready for the game because we are going to go to Texas A&M in the 12-man stadium, and we're going to go beat them people. We're going to beat the brakes off them people. Let me explain to y'all how we're going to beat Texas A&M. Let me explain. We're going to get on a lot of stuff. We're going to get into this tour getting benched. We're going to get into Donald Trump and his pettiness. We're going to get into Ryan Clark. And did he have the same energy that he had for Shevrin Moore that he has for this new coach who just got fired? We're going to get into all that. You know, we're going to get into the energy that ESPN and anybody else has not had for the quarterback who left the Heisman, went outside, say, fuck the voters and all that. Now, he was the second leading voter. And the energy that they wouldn't have given him, but if that had been Shador or Travis, oh yeah, they'd have got all the smoke. Oh, you're a black man, you should be doing this. But let me just get to this University of Miami situation right here. Let me get to this right now. This whole Miami thing. Let me explain to you. I sat down as a coach, you know, because I'm a coach at Miami Edison Senior High. I sat down and I broke down the film as if I was getting prepared to play Texas A&M. I looked at all the film on both sides of the ball like I would normally look at it as a head coach, defense side of the ball, offense side of the ball, as well as special team. And I'm going to start there with special team because 3 phases of the game in football, you got to win 2. You got to win 2. 3 phases. Out of 3 phases of the game, you got to win 2. If you looked at the game last night, and you got to protect the football, and you saw the Rams playing Seattle, you saw the losing team not protect the football, the Rams. Plus, they lost on special teams. If you looked at Seattle ran some long punts back, long kickoffs back. Plus, the Rams missed a crucial field goal that would have automatically won the game. So that special team shit, people don't take it for granted. Now, mind you, speaking of this Texas A&M versus University of Miami game, special teams is going to be important because that number 7 that Texas A&M got, that boy got some wiggle. That boy's a prop. I don't know where he came from, what planet he dropped off. Somebody told me he came from North Carolina, stayed to somewhere, whatever it is. That boy's a prop. That boy's a problem on offense. That's their first go-to guy on offense and special team. I'm not punting the ball to him. I'm going to be sitting back 12 o'clock, high noon tomorrow, looking to see if we punt this motherfucker ball to him. Please don't, Mario, don't punt the ball to him. I know we got athletes, but do not punt the ball to them. Punt that motherfucker out of bounds. Whatever you do. If anything you do conservative in this game is not punt the ball to them. Now, 7. Now, see, here's the Texas A&M. Let me tell y'all. When you're looking at the game, I want you to look at the game, and I want you to remember some of these key things your boy Uncle Luke is telling y'all. When you look at this game, here's the keys, what they do on offense. Their offense is similar to ours. You'll see them line up with a tight end. I ain't going to tell y'all 11 personnel, 21 personnel, all this kind of personnel. I'm not going to do that to y'all because half of y'all don't understand personnel in that manner. So I'm going to just give it to you. When you line up in a tight end and 3 receivers, that's similar to how we line up. Their tight end, number 87, is in the game. He is you gotta watch him. Now, 7 normally lines up to the left side of the field side of the ball. He's gonna run vertical, he's gonna try to get upfield. Number 3 is the next go-to guy. So let's say 7 is Michael Jordan, 3 is Scottie Pippen, then you have the running backs. And then you have 87 as the tight end. He will go vertical and he'll then hit you in the flat, similar to us, and how we operate. But the difference between us and them, they go vertical with their wide receivers. We don't. We barely throw to the wide receiver. We throw underneath to Malachi, which they're going to try to take away. I'm going to get into that side of the ball. But then right now, as far as their offense is concerned, number 8, run downhill. No different than Fletcher. He's a downhill runner. He can't go outside. It's outside when you try to run the outside zone, which they like to run outside zone in order to be able to pull it with the quarterback. So defensive ends going to have to respect the quarterback pulling the ball in the outside zone. Thank God we got D-Lou and we got the Hall of Famer coaching the D-line, so they understand how to attack outside zone. When you looked at Big Boy last night in the game for the Rams, he dealt with that outside zone. The nose guard is the most important guy. That 3 technique and that 1 technique in the outside zone, they got to penetrate. They got to get up in there to stop that. So again, you're gonna have 8 running downhill, 4 running downhill. Now that goddamn what is it, 23? He got some wiggle. Is it 23 or 2? My guy's son, I got a brain freeze. His son, put it in the chat. His son, damn, my guy for Pensacola, his son, Jesus Christ, he got a little wiggle. One of the backs got a little wiggle, but they want to run downhill. They want to go vertical with the receiver. 8 and 1, that motherfucker's a problem. 1 is a problem. Receiver 1 in the slot. When 1 go in the slot, get into the bunt situation, he's going to run bubble. And 1 gets missing, he runs the bubble like I always thought they were going to run Ray at University of Miami, but that's a whole other conversation because he's capable of going from 0 to 100 real fast. So he's going to run the bubble. So now we're going to have to defense all that and some. They have a lot of little sexy things in which they run the running back out the backfield. They peel him out the backfield. So our linebackers are going to have to be responsible for the running back coming out the backfield because they're going to try to hit him. That's something that Braun has been trying to do against us for 2 years. So now here's the deal. This is what they're going to do. Try to neutralize. So they're going to try to neutralize Baines and Metzger. They're going to try to neutralize them, but they're going to consistently try and run 8 up the middle. That's they got 8 and 4. They're going to run them boys up the middle. That's what they're going to do. It's just that simple. We're going to have to stop that. That is their bread and butter. I would take my worst cornerback and put him on 7, and I would cover I would high-low situation, cover 2 situation with that wide receiver with number 7, and I would take my best DB, and I'll put my best DB on 3, which is their next target, and I'll lock him down man to man. Fuck that. And then over there with little number 1 trying to hang out in the slot, run the bubble and all that shit there. Hey, again, I got strong safeties and nickels that can be physical on the point man. I have Baines and Metzger. Every now and then, if I looked at the tendencies and saw that they get ready to run this bubble, I would then drop my DN. I know y'all don't want to hear that shit because y'all heard it with the last coordinator, but he was dropping at the wrong time. I would drop my DN up under that hot, up under that goddamn number 1 over there to stop that bubble. I'll possibly pick it off at the right time, not all the time. But at the same time, to stop the vertical approach, hey, look, to stop that vertical passing, which they're going to do with 7, we're going to have to cover that motherfucker. How we cover him, hey, it's something else. So to stop that, hey, we're going to have to play Buddy physically. We're going to have to get up in his chest. We can't be playing off and all that because he is a very good receiver. He'll stand the DB up. He'll get inside of it. He can go outside of it. The dude is, and if he get the ball, it is electrifying. So again, hey, look, the blitz, they can't take the blitz too well. They can't take the blitz well. The quarterback, he stares the people down. He stares the receiver down who he wants. He don't like pressure. He bails out in pressure. And again, like I said on the run, RPO, he wants to pull it and then run the ball. So we got to respect the quarterback. Now, do I think we have the athletes to win the game? Yes. They're going to try to tire our linebackers out to be able to run up the middle. Bubble over here, linebackers got a pursuit. Bubble over here, linebackers got a pursuit. Back out of the backfield, linebackers got to run with the back out of the backfield. Tight end, slipping him out. Linebackers got to drop. Nickels got to come down. They're going to try to tire the linebackers out in the course of the football game to then try to run up the middle. That's their whole game plan. They're going to keep you respectful. They're going to throw the ball vertically to 7 and 3, and they're going to put the ball in the hands of the wiggle guy, number 1. So that's what we got to deal with. It's not impossible. It's not difficult. So then now going on the other side of the ball, they're going to try to take Malachi out because we don't throw the ball vertical. This team only had 3 interceptions the entire year. 3. And 2 of the interceptions were by linebackers. That tells me that their cornerbacks are horrible. Horrible. So now we're a team that don't throw to the wideouts because we throw most of the ball to the tight end. Everything is underneath, and we have Malachi running underneath. So that kind of fits into their game plan. And then we run down the middle, which is a great thing because they're really soft down the middle. They got some good defensive ends. They're going to try to get upfield, but we got some hell of a tackles. To look at that, how that materializes is going to be very, very important. So when you're looking at this game, those are some of the key things you're going to have to look at. Hey, we're going to have JoJo, 7, 3. Y'all going to have to play big. We can run the ball at them. Y'all going to have to play big. I'm sorry. Y'all going to have to play big. I understand that we got the worst receiver coach in America, and we've been dropping balls for the last 2 years, and I don't know how many balls we've dropped. But this game, it ain't about the fucking coaches. This game is about man to man. This the playoffs. I beat my man. 11 on 11. Whatever the fucking play is called, it's 11 against 11. You got to block your man. You got to get where you got to go at. You got to do what you got to do. You got to catch the ball. You got to beat your man in a route. Ain't nothing sexy about that. There's no reason in the world we shouldn't be able to beat their DBs. Now, here's the other kicker. When you look at all the films on this team, the quarterback ran the ball very effectively because the linebackers dropped straight down the field. And the quarterbacks just peel off, run 20, 30 yards down the field. They just lead the quarterback, but they don't respect quarterback running at all. And I know damn well they're not going to respect Carson Beck because Carson Beck is slow as a turtle. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you got. So 12 o'clock high noon, let's all be tuned in because we are the fucking U. And we're going to win that bitch and go off to Dallas and play over there in Dallas on the 31st. Let me tell you, let me just say this. Let me tell you how I think this all going to play out before I get into all this other shit. It's going to play out like that. I call this the redemption tour, the get back tour for us. You know, everything is a tour for me. You know, city to city to city. We got to go city to city, go whoop asses. You know what I'm saying? So just follow me on this one right here, how this shit going to play out. So we go, and now let me just say this. I don't like Shannon Dawson, but 2 games that I saw Shannon Dawson call that I thought he was the greatest offensive coordinator I've seen in God knows how long. It only 2 games. And one of those games is when we played Texas A&M down here. The play calling, Mario, get the fuck out of the way. Let him do that. That motherfucker right there, That's when I then knew that somebody is telling this man what to do, because what I saw in the game that we played here in Miami versus Texas A&M, man, he dialed that shit up. He dialed that shit up against Boston College, where he became this run down the middle guy. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I kind of got an idea that that's the head coach and his mini-me Mirabal telling them, run the motherfucking ball down the middle. If you let him dial it up the way he dialed it up the last time we played Texas A&M, I noticed a different staff, noticed a different body of players, but he dialed that motherfucker up. I'm just saying. And it looked good. So let him do that. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying that we win this game by 2 touchdowns, and then we move on over to the next game of the redemption tour. So the redemption tour is start here. Win this game at Texas A&M. We lost last time we went there. We redeem ourselves here. We move over to New Year's Eve in Dallas versus Ohio State. We beat Ohio State because they stole one of our national championships. Then we go and play Georgia. Then Carson Beck gets to redeem himself against Georgia. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going? Y'all with me? So Carson Beck, then we beat Ohio State. That's get back. It's the get back tour. We get back at them. Carson Beck gets to get back at Georgia. You see where I'm going? You follow me? You follow me? Follow me. Then we play in the national championship game in Miami versus Oregon. Now, some would say, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, you talk about this you talk about this get back tour. Oregon gonna get Mario for leaving. No, that's when the tour stopped. No, I don't want that to happen. Under those circumstances, but that's how I see this thing playing out. Us playing Oregon in the Natty at home in our place, and we're going to get down with the get down. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we had. Moving right along because I got a short day. I can't be on here all day because I'm going to the Jake Paul fight. I'm going out there to see that. That's going to be interesting. Jake Paul this big and that guy this big. I'm like, what the hell happened to the weigh-in and shit? You know, I used to box. Golden Glove. It's like, you know, you box your weight. You know, I used to wrestle. You wrestle your weight. You know, this shit here, I don't know what they got going on, but I'm going up there to see it myself. So, hey, speaking of seeing what's going on and what's happening, that goddamn tour, how you going to get mad, Tour, that you got benched after you said, the reason I did get benched was because I've been turning the ball over. You goddamn right you've been turning the ball over. You've been turning this motherfucker over a whole lot, Tour. So just your ass on the bench. But I still, like I said in my last podcast, I still have a problem with how the Dolphins handled this shit. I still got a problem that I told these people, you need to go ahead and grab Shedeur. Think about this. And let me break it down a little. If they'd have grabbed Shedeur, and this is what I explained to one of my good friends over there, I say Tua's going to go bad. At some point, he's going to get injured or he's going to do what he do. Tua going to do what he do. He's not going to finish the year. Hasn't finished the year. You know, I don't wish them bad on nobody, but it is what it is. You'd have gotten Shedeur in the 4th round or 3rd round or whatever round it may have been. You would have got Tua in the 5th round. But some of my friends over there say, damn, we were going to get him. So whatever happened, you'd have got him in the 4th round or anything like that. This is what would have happened. In a financial, in a smart way, in a business way. This would have happened. Shedeur would have came here. Tua would have went out like he would have went out. Shedeur would have went into the game. And what would have happened? All the money that the Dolphins is losing on Tua for the next 2 years, $54 million here, 60 million here. All this money you'd have been losing on Tua not playing. You'd have had Shedeur out there for less than $1 million, selling all the fucking jerseys, making all your money back, bringing all asses in the seats, the tickets going up. Actually, the stadium would have still been sold out. The stadium would have been more sold out. The viewership would have been bigger. The Dolphins would have made more money by drafting Shedeur the same way Cleveland Browns is doing it. Now, mind you, I told them this was going to happen. But nobody wanted to listen to me. I told them, you need to get him for more reasons than one, because you're not going to be able to get rid of this quarterback in at least 2 or 3 years. You're going to be stuck with him, and you're going to be stuck with some bullshit quarterback out there playing in his place while he sits over there and makes $50-some million. This way, you'd have Shedeur here. Shedeur would have been bringing all the money into the Miami Dolphins outfit. Now, we say we the Hollywood of the South. We act like that. We got the NASCAR, we got Formula One, we got Jazz in the Gods, we got everything. We got celebrity owners and shit. I'm still waiting for my part of my ownership. We got all this fly shit going on here. So why you didn't want to do that? And then it would have been out of control. Every celebrity in the world would have been down. The ticket price would have been out the roof, even though it would have losing record, because Tua would have set that up for you. It'd have been the place to be. But no, nobody wants to listen to me. But see, think about, speaking of nobody wants to listen to anybody, this motherfucking Donald Trump, this dude is petty. Donald Trump is fucking petty. Look at this shit here. Now, this is one of my favorite. Now, if there was a white girl that I would date, this white girl right here is fine as fuck. So let her explain to you how petty Donald Trump is.
Just been added to the so-called Presidential Walk of Fame. They almost read some of them like Truth Social posts, including the ones under President Obama's that says he was one of the most divisive political figures in American history. Under President Biden's, it describes him as Sleepy Joe Biden and also says that he was the worst U.S. president in history. There are some that are nicer, including under Ronald Reagan's, for example, where President Trump says at the end that he was a fan of Trump's long before he ran for president. The White House press secretary Caroline Leavitt says the president actually hand wrote some of these plaques himself.
So why the fuck would Donald Trump do that? That's petty. I mean, why? Why put that on the wall of former presidents, whether you disagree with them or not? What? Trump, come on, Trump. You got better things to do than this. But again, the commander-in-chief of distractions. The commander-in-chief of distractions. Speaking of distractions, y'all saw me get on this guy. You saw me get on Ryan Clark about Shevrin Moore. When Ryan Clark said, all black coaches are going to be affected by Shevrin Moore. All black coaches are going to suffer behind Shevrin Moore. Shevrin Moore's fucked it up for all black coaches. Well, I've got a job. The brother just got a job at Sacramento State. Sacramento State ain't say, hey, look what Shevrin Moore did. Hey, we ain't give you no job. Hey, the brother left from Penn State. He over there at Virginia Tech. He got a job. So all this thing about Ryan Clark and what he said, it's going to affect people hiring black coaches. No. Quinn going over there to FAMU. Yeah, I know you might, oh, that's a black coach. They're going to hire a black coach. Not necessarily. That's not the case all the time. They've hired white coaches before. So that whole thing, Ryan Clark, you just throw that out there. When are you going to issue an apology? When are you going to do that? When are you going to apologize to the Black Coaches Coalition that the shit that you said was some straight bullshit? Now, speaking of some bullshit, since we're on sports, this is another story that hold on. Let me just stay here with Ryan Clark. Look at this shit.
Was fired. December 1st, the university placed him on leave, and by that Wednesday, he was fired for what the university says was serious professional misconduct. This was literally a week before everything with Shevrin Moore went down, and both of these jokers got fired for the same reason, but with Brian Smith, there's a little bit more. Bro was having an extramarital affair with, get this, a student, and they were caught by one of the players' parents at an on-campus hotel.
Having an affair with a student. Did you see Stephen A. Smith and Ryan Clark drag this man like they dragged Shevrin Moore? Did you see this coach? You probably didn't even heard this story until y'all saw it right here. Did you hear them? Did Ryan Clark say this coach is going to make it bad for all other white coaches. Nobody is going to hire a white coach. See, America don't think like that. That's what ESPN do. They put black people on the TV network to tear down other black people. But when it comes to a white man, that shit ain't happening. You better not say nothing about a white coach. You better not say nothing about Brett Favre. You better not say nothing about Tom Brady. You better not say nothing about Eli and Peyton Manning. You better not say anything about them Ryan Clark. We're gonna get Massa gonna get you. Massa gonna get you. Massa gonna get you. And here's another thing. Shedeur Sanders can't even go to the bathroom right. But let me tell you this, if Shedeur did this shit right here,
who got 189 first place votes, lost out on the Heisman to Fernando Mendoza, obviously. Got 189 first place votes. That black quarterback goes on Instagram and says, F all the voters. Oh my God, can you imagine what Rex Ryan would say? And then that night, after he doesn't win the Heisman, he goes clubbing and he has bottle girls hold up a placard that says, fuck Indiana. Tell me, just entertain, what would happen if Shedeur Sanders did that?
What would happen? But more importantly, did y'all see this on ESPN? Did y'all see this story? The guy who got the second amount of votes in the Heisman, y'all didn't even see this shit. They weren't talking about it because it's a white guy. See how this shit works? See how it works? See how that works? And there's been more stories that they don't want to talk about. That's why a person like me, I'm going to bring it out because you know what? This show is sponsored by yours truly, Luther Campbell. And I'm getting tired of all these apps. I'm going to fucking start my own app, and y'all going to have to find me on my own app. But this is brought to you by Luke Records and merchandise. That's it. So I can say what the fuck I want to say. But these boys here, no, they got on that plantation. We're on that plantation. We got to say what Master wants us to say. We're on that plantation. We got to say what Master say. We got to say. Other than that, we'll be kicked off. I got to watch my money. Hey, I can't be saying all that shit. I got to watch my money. I can't be on every tackle then. There's some tackles you don't need to be on. That's my show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me here on the Uncle Luke Show podcast. I know it's short, but I got things to do. I got to go to the fight. I got to go put my shit on. I gotta, go up there, walk up there in the VIP, walk there to the ringside. Uncle Luke in the building, bitch. Yeah, y'all in Miami, motherfucker. You in Miami. Hey, shouts out to Netflix. After they see this podcast, we're not inviting this motherfucker nowhere because he does too much profanity. But listen, it's our weekend. I'm going to come back tomorrow right after the football game, and we're going to talk about this some more. I'm going to have some guests on. Some former Hurricanes tomorrow. I'm coming out with a special edition tomorrow. We're in the playoffs. I'll see y'all tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel, Uncle Luke TV. Shouts out to everybody that's on Facebook, Uncle Luke fan page. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe over there also. And also over there on my Twitter, Uncle Luke Real One. So until the next time, I'll see y'all. In the words of Walter Cronkite, may the good news be yours.
Pull out the stick, come shoot that. Booty poke out like a book bag. Booty poke out like a book bag. Pull over ass too fast. Come, we should go bring that Uncle Luke back.